Hello. It's been a while. I don't know what the title of this video is going to be. So what I've been seeing a lot on YouTube, at least on my feed, is what I guess I can call more intentional content, which more or less cuts away from the hyper editing, like crazy topical videos, to instead more talk about a subject that the actual creator likes, which I think is really cool. And I wanted to do my first video in this kind of way about my experience on the internet and, you know, seemingly the reason why I'm reverting to this way as well. So I guess one of the first videos I wanted to make in this kind of style is more of an introduction about where I came from on the internet and, you know, how that's affected me, and, you know, some advice to the younger creators out there, because I mean I'm 24. I'm gonna be 25 next year, so I'm not crazy. I'm not unk like that yet. But I can definitely look back now and see, you know, the things that for sure made my time a lot less enjoyable on here. 2016, people wanted to talk about like that was the best time of YouTube. I think it was the most excessive time of YouTube. I mean, this is when we were doing all the challenges, you know, crazy prank videos, you know, like scares and all that stuff. And there was pretty good stuff, you know, like the okay parts of, you know, this specific creator that used to wear a pink suit. I'm not even going to say the name because at this point I don't even think the musician wants to be associated with that anymore, but people just don't want to let go of that time. And this was the same time that like we had Leafy. This was the same time we had like Drama Alert be like the biggest thing ever. Like even though it was considered like a great time of YouTube, I still think that it was what set the stage for what would become modern YouTube, which is the content farm that it is now. And if I'm being completely honest, as somebody who's been on YouTube, who's been making YouTube videos since I was like 15, so that's almost going to be 10 years ago, I can tell you for a fact that the landscape truly has changed. And, you know, the main thing that I wanted to talk about was the emphasis on branding. So to give you a background, I mean, I used to do skits, I used to do gaming videos. I did my cinematic stuff because I was going to school for film at some point. And then towards the end, I was actually trying to be like a whole streamer, you know. That's why this setup you see here, this is literally from my old stream setup. I would consider this a relic of what I used to do. But a huge part about why I stopped making content for a long time, and a huge part about why I was never consistent to begin with, was this constant internal pressure of becoming branded in a way. Now I was doing the sketch thing and that was fun, but in the back of my head I was still like, you know, like Smosh, right? Like that kind of stuff. And then when I did the gaming, it's like, you know, it's like blah blah blah, that kind of thing. Comparison being the thief of my joy of creating all of these videos. And you know, when I started getting on Discord and getting on Twitter during 2019 lockdown, it was like, you know, that's when I became like super fucking chronically online. And I wanted to do the whole ASMR voice actor thing because I was seeing that people were getting a lot of attention for that. You know, I was trying to do I didn't even want to show my face for the longest time because I wanted to almost keep that perpetuating that parasocial relationship. That's the word. And I literally could not choose. I couldn't choose whether to be a JPEG tuber or to do webcam or to do any kind of video that has to show my face because, one, it was like insecure, right? But two, it was kind of like I knew that the big pull when it came to like ASMR, like voice actor stuff, was the perceived anonymity of it all. And I have a lot of stories about that. And granted, it's not something I really have fond memories of for the most part, except for the friends that, I more or less talk to today still. And funny enough, like those friends, like I speak with them like we were fucking battle buddies. Like, oh my God, like the war of, I'm not even going to say the content creator's name, but yeah, like when I was on Twitch, sorry to bring this back, when I was on Twitch doing the JPEG tuber stuff and my friends were all a part of the VA scene, that's when we found out a really big creator was outed for, misconduct. And I was not really saying much. I think I was streaming like Rainbow Six Siege at that time. And one of my friends actually came on chat on stream and was telling me like, yo, like they're saying like racist shit on Twitter right now because we're calling him out on that stuff. And like I swear to God, like maybe I'll make another video about this, but like I swear to God, like just awful things, completely awful. And I remember going on this entire rant about it for like 3 minutes. And again, that entire rant was done with my, cute little character the entire time. And overnight, 80 followers became Twitch affiliate, like overnight. I literally woke up that morning and I saw an email from Twitch saying, congratulations, you're affiliate. You've streamed this many hours. You've had this many consistent viewers. There you go. And that's when that bug came back where it was like, this is my branding. This is what I can do. I could start investigating these people and keeping people accountable because that's what the community wants. And then, people were really enjoying that for some time. And if you are one of those people, like, I appreciate you. But in the end, like, what did it really solve? We still have these people running around. We still have mods themselves on these subreddits just allowing the most heinous shit. But it just became that thing of like, I attached that badge to myself, that brand to myself, that I'm the guy now. Before it was the sketches, before it was everything else, now I'm the guy who talks about bad YouTubers, bread tuber or whatever, drama stuff all day. And once the drama went away, once we all started going back to work, once we all started going back to school, it went away. And I never did keep up with that because in the end, it was still the same. I didn't have the motivation. I, blame it on ADD, blame it on whatever. It was just life happened. And to bring it to a close, to what you can specifically do, this is mainly to the people who are the ages of like 18 to like 20, 21 right now. Or maybe just 20, 18 to 20. Those are so weird times. This like fascination with like the branding of something and how it could become your thing because you want to hit that algorithm. It's not going to bring you anything really. I mean, if all you want is money, like, sure, that's great. I mean, I would want the same thing, but I did feel like everything I made up until that point was just a game that I played myself. And the prize was to maybe get a new follower, to maybe get a new viewer. And every time something didn't perform well, I would feel crushed. I mean, I would have streams sometimes where I would just say out loud, like, nobody's watching. And I think about how I felt at that time, and it was like truly like sad. And you know, I try to talk to these people now, and it seems like things are different because we're all just growing. And you know, in the end, it didn't matter what the brand was from what I was doing. In the end, it just mattered that I had a small group of friends that I met through unconventional means. But in the end, they're still going to be like, you know, in my thoughts like forever. And I hope to God that I can get a better job soon and, you know, go out there and meet them, or have them here and meet me. But the branding didn't do that. It was the people that I actually got to know. And sorry for this entire, like, I'm just going to tell you right now, all of these videos are just going to be me rambling. But the central theme is that to any of you who are like, even the age like 17 through like 20, because when you're like 15, 16, like whatever, like even 17, it's like you're still riding off the high of, you know, not having to worry about everything, or not having to have that much responsibility. It's not expected of you. You know, the advice I would give for aspiring creators is to do it, and do as much of it as you like, not as much as you can put out feasibly to curate an algorithm, but to actually have something, some body of work that you can say, yeah, like these were nice videos. And I'm gonna keep making videos like this soon. I don't know how I'm even gonna edit this. I don't even know if I should put music, but I have a lot of different ideas that I literally have on this notepad. I mean, yeah, I for sure want to start talking about music more again, because that is something I've for sure gotten more and more into in the last couple of years. I mean, I hardly watch movies anymore. It's just all been music. So, yeah. I mean, if you're one of those people out there who make this kind of content, you know, send me a comment. Let me check your channel out, because, you know, it's time to stop with this whole, you know, I'm a fucking figure on YouTube, and like I'm my own channel and brand and all that stuff, because like in the end it's just nothing. And I think we would have a lot more fun enjoying that than to keep playing this game, because there's always going to be the Jack Dories. There's always going to be the 3-hour documentary about toilets, when really all it is just a Wikipedia article. There's always going to be somebody playing some, like I said, there's always going to be somebody playing some retro game like Piglet's Big Game, and you know, people are going to give a shit about it for about a week, but then it's going to go away, you know, and that's it. But remember, if there's one thing I'll say, is that I'm not above a lot of stuff. Some people are cringe, you know, some people make products that are awful and that should be talked about, but goddamn, you can make this less than 2 hours.